Got a tire down here on the bottom. Apron.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Post-Bristol Glass Case of Emotion podcast.
Yeah.
Again from laptops. It's unfortunate.
The Zoomy.
On the days when we can actually meet in person again.
I know. I feel like it's around the corner. It's not too long. We'll be able to be in a studio again. You know.
I hope not. I hope so. Sorry.
It's like I hope not. I don't want to see you guys. Jeez.
Yeah.
I like this computer way of seeing you.
I don't enjoy it one bit, actually. But there are funny things you can point out about somebody from their living room or just seeing them online.
Yeah.
And Chuck, you apparently gave blood, I can tell, recently.
I did. I had a doctor's appointment this morning. Yeah.
Okay, so you didn't give blood. You just got your blood taken.
Yeah. I wasn't giving it freely. I was giving it freely.
Okay.
They took it to run, their standard test.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was a routine checkup. I hadn't been in like 2 years or so. So it's about time for me to go and get the checkup. So,
Yeah.
I
Is that the standard? Like 2 years go get all your
2,
stuff?
3. Yeah. I think like every year at a certain age, and then like it's every 2 years for a while, and then like when you get older, it's whatever. You go
All the time.
all the time because you need a doctor.
When you're an old man.
Have you?
Yeah. No. I know what you were gonna ask.
The old? No.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. Not old. Not that old yet.
I didn't think so, but I was just making sure.
Yeah.
I think that's more of like a 40-year-old thing, right?
Yeah,
Isn't that
it's-
the big
it's-
thing, like you hit 40,
It is around the corner. Unfortunately.
it's creeping up on you.
Yeah. It's creeping. It's creeping.
It's
creeping.
creeping.
Yeah.
Hopefully the glove is used.
Yeah. Well, they have
The
to.
day I hear the glove snap, I'm just,
Yeah. Well, they're all wearing gloves now. It's not just
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
That was definitely an experience going to a doctor's office during a pandemic.
Ooh.
Yeah. But you know what? They're cleaning everything all the time. Everything's good. Like, I feel like that's, if you're going to go anywhere, that's probably one of the safer places you can go is to a doctor's office.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Sanitized.
Yeah.
Maybe.
When was your last doctor's appointment, Kim?
I had one
Check out.
earlier in the year. All good.
That's good.
All good. All good.
No problems.
What's Sturgill doing?
He just snuck outside, and he just came back earlier, and he was all muddy. He was running in my swamp, and it pissed me off. I had to wipe him off because he just got a bath the other day. So that's the bad thing. When it gets hot outside, he likes to go swimming in the dirty sewage that I have that flows from the river and sits there and just bakes. And he likes apparently getting in that. So
Yeah.
that's a pain. That's a hassle.
He did have a bit of a sheepish look as he was going.
Yeah, he like slinked
Yeah.
across and looked right at the camera.
He's learning how to open my screen doors too, which upsets me. So I gotta figure a dog safe way to keep him in. So that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
But take it in stride.
So we went to Bristol this weekend, and I feel like before we get into the racing,
I don't want to talk about it.
huh? Well,
Yeah,
let's not talk about the racing, but let's just kind of digest, if we will, a little bit of what happened the rest of the weekend, because I know when we were in the office cutting highlights, there was a protest walking up Stonewall in Charlotte as the race was going on, and it just felt to me a little weird to be watching racing and to see this going on. And I know Ty and Bubba had their Instagram live last night, which was a really good discussion. If you haven't watched it, it's on Ty's Instagram. Go check it out. But I was sitting there watching that, and I got choked up because I don't know. There's just a lot of emotion, a lot of anger, and we need to listen, and we need to understand, and we need to figure out what's going on and why. And I know you've posted some stuff on social media, Ryan, and Kim. I know you're involved in a lot of things, but I just felt like it was something we needed to touch on. A lot of times, this podcast is a fun podcast, and we want it to be a fun podcast and be a distraction. But there's sometimes that you can't fully be distracted from what's going on.
Yeah, I agree. I did watch the replay of that, of Ty and Bubba talking, and I thought, yeah, it definitely was a really great talk. Two guys just kind of giving their opinions and laying it out there and things like that. And where the thought is, and yeah, I posted something yesterday and about it, of saying what I support. And I feel like it can get misconstrued, right? I mean, what has happened, not even only in the past week, but I feel, it's been going on for a long time, of underprivileged people, not only in this country, but around the world, getting misjudged just because they are a different color than some people. And it's, I've never understood it. And I will never understand it, because I'm not in that position. But all I do know is that we're all human beings on this earth, and we all have to work together to have, peace and things like that. So I am, definitely not for the destruction of cities. I don't understand that. That's nothing that I don't think will help the problem. I think you have to have the peaceful protesters who know what they're fighting for and know what they want for equality. So that's what I was trying to get across, and I feel like Bubba and Ty really had a good discussion about it, and I think it was really good for them to do that.
I haven't watched it yet. I'm gonna have to watch it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just two dudes sitting down, talking, shooting the shit. And Ty listened. Like, that was the thing that, I mean, we are three white folks sitting here talking about it.
Yeah.
Like, our job is not to really give our opinion, but listen and try and understand. And I think that is the biggest message. Like, I went out yesterday to the march that went through South Park in Charlotte, and met up with my brother-in-law, my sister, and my niece and my nephew. And to me, I was out there in 2016 when the Keith Lamont Scott stuff happened here in Charlotte. Mm-hmm. And, history doesn't repeat itself, but it rhymes. And we've seen the same stuff happen over and over and over again. And the anger and the emotion is palpable, and it's not always being heard. And the thing that got me out there was my niece and my nephew, who are biracial. Mm-hmm. And the fact that, right now they're cute, right? They're 6 and 3. But in 10 years, is my nephew still going to be cute? Are people going to see him differently? And that's why I go out there, not because of now, but what we can do going forward, because it sucks. So I don't know. I don't post much on social media. I don't say much on there, because I just don't. I would rather talk to people about it than put write a piece of writing out there and say, hey, this is how I feel. I'd rather voice opinions around other people to get a response, because I think that's how you understand. You should talk it out with everybody.
That's how I felt. That's why it was hard to put something into words of a text type and put it out there, but I felt obligated to do it, to show where I stand, to show where me, as, in our sport, there's no getting around it, that it's predominantly Caucasian. And, I just wanted to make clear to where I stood. You can't speak for everybody else. You only have your opinions. And I'm with you, Chuck. I'd rather verbally talk to somebody about it and things like that. But I felt like I needed to do it. And I hope I got my point across of where I stand and things like that. And, it's definitely a interesting subject. And it's something that, like I said, I don't come from other people's worlds. I don't know how other people grew up and things like that. And I never will. But the best I can do is talk to them about it and try to understand where they come from. And at the end of the day, we're all from different places. We're all different in our own way. But at the end of the day, we all have to work together to be peaceful together and understand everyone's where they're coming from.
Yeah, you have a platform too, like a bigger platform than Chuck and I do too, and so I thought that was good.
Yeah,
it was actually refreshing to log on to social media and see you and Jimmy Johnson and Dale, among others, post about it. Especially because I feel like our sport sometimes gets a bad rap when it comes to that stuff. But to your point, Chuck, I feel like we're in a weird place in history. It's cyclical, though. I was talking to my mom. She grew up in Memphis, and she texted me yesterday, and she was like, "Are you watching the news?" She was like, "This reminds me exactly." And Memphis obviously was a hotbed for all the civil rights stuff, and her parents were very active in the civil rights movement. And she was like, "It reminds me exactly of all the stuff that happened after MLK was killed." So it's just like weird to be living this history.
Yeah. And I was in Memphis earlier this year for a shoot, and like that didn't dawn on me right away. Like I was there for less than 24 hours. Flew in. It's like, oh, I'm gonna go find some food. I'll go down to Beale Street, find some barbecue. And then when I was eating dinner, I was like, oh, the Lorraine Motel's here. I need to go by there.
Yeah.
And I drove by there, and it was at night. And again, I broke down crying standing there. I'm a 37-year-old dude, big dude. I don't show emotion a lot. But I was sitting there looking at, and this is in January, and just the thought of where we were then and where we are now, and they're not that far apart. Mm-mm. And I don't know if it was just, I'm just an emotional person now. I don't know, but that one hit me, and like going there this year, like, and now where we are now, it's just like, okay, yeah, like, what do we got to do? We got to keep going. And
it's okay to get emotional.
Yeah. Oh, I got emotional yesterday because the cool thing about going out to one of these,
that's what gets me. Like seeing the empathy and the support makes me more emotional than anything else.
And just hearing people talk and tell their stories, and what brought them there, why they're there, why, like, that's what I love about history and learning about history is you hear the stories of people and what they've done to get where they are, and that gives everything this personality. Like when you have an artifact, that's something that somebody held, that belonged to someone, like a coin, whose pocket has that coin been in? Where has that been? What is the story behind that? And that's what, people, that social history, it's so fascinating to me to just hear people talk about it, which is probably the other reason why I don't post stuff. I'd rather listen to people talk about it. Although right now I am talking a lot, so I will say that.
That's different than posting.
Yeah, it is.
Talk.
Yeah, talk to people.
Yeah.
I also always fear that it's going to come off disingenuous.
Yeah. Everybody uses that. What is it? Virtue signaling. That's the phrase that everybody's using right now. And I mean, I don't want to ever appear disingenuous.
No, yeah.
To thine own self be true.
Yeah. I've been wanting to go down to Charlotte and walk and things like that.
Yeah.
Check it all out. And I'll probably do that this week.
There were a couple of Panthers out yesterday.
Yeah.
Trey Boston and Shaq Thompson.
Mm-hmm.
And they walked through like Dilworth and Myers Park.
Yeah. We went up. Everybody went up Queens Road and then looped around and then went.
Thanks for the call, Chuck.
Sorry. I did. Next time.
I was actually looking for one to
There's one today. There's one at.
It's gonna be peaceful.
Yeah, 4:45 at the Government Center. There's actually one going on. It's the same group that did yesterday's through Myers Park. Walking? I think they're just going around uptown. I think it might just be at the Government Center because that is the seat of power in Charlotte. So go speak truth to power.
I would have liked to have walked through Dilworth and Myers Park just because those are the neighborhoods I frequent a lot.
I mean, it was there were a lot of people watching, and there were a lot of people showing support on the sidelines. There were a couple of like older couples that were like up on their balcony that it's like you could tell they were very supportive, but they also they're older, and that's a big crowd, and in a pandemic you don't want to
remember we're in a pandemic still.
Yeah, everyone was wearing masks and everyone was very aware of their spacing for the most part. I mean, obviously when you get that many people, there's some things you just can't, but it was good. It was good. It was fun. It was love. There's a lot of love in the air.
All you need is love.
Yeah. But yeah, the thing that, brings all of us together, though, and the people listening to this podcast and the people that, we're sitting here talking with right now, it's racing. And that's, what our main job is. So, I mean, and there's no real good way to transition from talking about the problems in the world to switching to a topic like racing. So, I mean, we can just switch and talk about Bristol.
So, Bristol.
Yeah. I don't think Ryan wants to talk about Bristol.
I'm sorry, Ryan.
Inconveniently, his audio went bad when we started talking about that. Yeah.
I love how if Ryan has a bad day on track, I don't know if this happens to you, Chuck, I get people tweeting me.
Yeah. I got someone that sent me a text that was like, "Those darn Dillon brothers."
Well, we can talk about Bristol.
Did we lose him?
Or can you guys see me and you're just messing with me?
I can hear you now. I can hear you and see you now. Yeah.
Okay. So
we thought you just
the satellites. I was using my hotspot. They moved and it must have messed up. But
rain
Bristol
fade
was weirder than any of the other tracks we went to, from Charlotte to Darlington, because it's so small and you used to not be able to move. In the pits and things like that. There's so many people in a small space, and that was weird to me more than the other two tracks, just because it's such a confined space. Martinsville will be the same way here in another, week, just the way it is. And, but I thought it was a really good race, obviously. I mean, the ending was really exciting. I thought it was great racing all around, really all day, while I was in it and watching it on the sidelines. I thought it was a good race. And I hope, I thought the lower downforce package brought back that place what it needs to be. And, it was an exciting finish, man. It was very exciting. So I think people really enjoyed it.
That's the main question I had coming out of Bristol was, what did Clint Bowyer say to them? Because there's video
I have no idea.
There's video of like Clint walking by and saying something, and then Chase turns to Clint and is like, "What'd you say?" And like did this, like, "Come over here." And, Logano was like, "Oh, no, just don't worry about it. Like, we're going to continue our conversation here." And, like, Clint kind of walked back by and said something else. And you can't hear what he said. But,
you can't even read lips now with the
mask
on.
I know.
But I'm sure it was something smart ass Clint said in a joking but not so joking manner.
Yeah.
But, I don't think Chase and Logano are going to be buying each other dinner anytime soon. But that's just Bristol racing.
Yeah.
Bristol, baby. It was good. Yeah, I mean, that stuff happens. The Xfinity race was good last night. I enjoyed watching it. Even though it was a Monday show, it was supposed to be Saturday, but I thought it was great. The racing was really good. It was really good. The ending was good. Yeah, it was like deja vu. Apparently, it looked like the same number car and things like that. But But yeah, no, it was good. It was good. I enjoyed watching it. It gave me something to do, during the week. I mean, Monday night action, Monday Night Raw. So it's good.
Well, it was interesting to see Noah get out of the car and go through all of his normal, like climbing the fence. And
me personally, I wouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
You wrecked the dude, your teammate.
Yeah.
Now, granted, Allgaier left the bottom open, but he let him get there. But still, he dove off in there, and then Dortem ended up spinning out. But Allgaier shouldn't have left the door open. But same time, you wreck your teammate to win. Maybe hold on, be a little bit, humble about it, and maybe have a little bit of humility. So I wasn't a fan of that, but hey, to each his own, I guess. So
I mean, it was the first thing he said when he got out of the car was, "I feel bad for wrecking my teammate," but at the same time, you just did climb the fence. And
yeah, you can feel bad all you want, but you go do a 30-second burnout and climb the fence and get on top of your car. It's like, you can feel bad all you want, but you already just showboated a lot. Yeah. But hey, whatever.
Caught up in the moment.
But that's also the thing about Noah is that, love him or hate him, he he is him. That is who he is. That is what, like, that's his personality, is he's gonna showboat a little bit. And I mean,
Everyone
I think
has their own thing.
Yeah.
Does the Xfinity Series winner get the Gladiator sword like the Cup Series does?
I don't know. I have no idea.
They get a gladiator fork.
Maybe he was just excited to get a sword.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, I won a Xfinity race there a handful of years ago. I didn't get a sword. So if they do now, I'd be pissed.
Maybe that was before the sword days.
They
do
should
it out in Cup. So I don't know if they're doing it for Xfinity or trucks now too. I don't know.
They should slowly, like, build up, like, if you win Xfinity race, you get like a shield. So you can get like a shield, and then you get the sword, and then you can have the full,
Or like
like
a dagger or something.
like the gladiator, like get a gladiator helmet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. You got to work your way up.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like Texas, you know. Texas, if you win in a truck or Xfinity car, you get a cowboy hat.
Uh-huh.
If you win the Cup pole, you get a rifle. And if you win the race, you get 6-shooters. So I got a cowboy hat and a rifle. I need the 6-shooters. I'm searching for those. So
I feel like
that'll complete.
IndyCar races there this weekend. Do they give out the same things as they do in NASCAR to the race winners?
I think so. Yeah, I think they get hats and guns and stuff like that. So
what about chaps? Do they give out chaps at all? Like
preferably assless, but I don't think they do.
All chaps are assless.
I don't think so.
All chaps are assless. Pantless chaps are.
Yeah. Like, I used to say assless chaps all the time, and then I was like, wait a second. All chaps are assless.
Yeah, that's true. You know, maybe that's just, you know.
Yeah.
That's what they're called. Chaps is just short for assless chaps. You know.
Better than having a chapped ass.
Ooh.
Yeah, you know, that's actually true.
A chapped ass, I guess if you were wearing chaps without pants on a horse.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. Or if you Oh yeah, you definitely would.
Had a rough saddle.
Yeah.
A lot of friction. A lot of friction. Not good.
Yeah, that's good. It's good. What track gave away the mini horse to who gave away the mini horse to Gordon? Yeah. That was hilarious. I'd be like upset though, unless his kids wanted a mini horse. I think his daughter wanted a mini horse, but I'd be like, what the hell am I going to do with this thing?
Like Tony with the bobblehead?
Yeah. Well, that's cool. You don't have to feed it.
Yeah.
You know.
What'd you do though with a bobblehead of yourself?
Put it in a race shop. It'd be cool. Put it in your house.
But
I don't know if you put it in your house.
Isn't the Tony bobblehead still at Texas?
Probably.
I don't know.
I don't think I'm not.
I feel like Tony would be like, hey, this is cool. Why don't you keep this here so I can visit it?
Yeah. Keep this here as a monument to me. There you go.
Yeah, there you go. You ever do that with gifts? You're like, nah, man, I don't want that. You keep it. Like, but I don't want to take that from you. But you really deep down, you just don't want it. But you try to, package it as nice as you can. Of like, nah, man.
You get a sweater and you're like, you know what? Can I just leave this sweater at your house so that way when I'm here and I'm cold, I could wear it?
You just re-gift it.
Yeah.
But if you re-gift like the wrong thing, and then like if you re-gift a sweater,
we can't re-gift like. There's rules to regifting. You can't regift like super personal stuff, I don't think.
Yeah.
Or like super unique stuff. So it was like a sweater, it was just like a navy or a gray or a black sweater that was like inconspicuous. Yeah, but if it's got like designs, different.
Or you got to give it to somebody who the two parties don't know each other.
Yes.
Like no idea. Because if it's an easily identifiable sweater, and your buddy halfway knows the other buddy and he sees him wearing, like, there's no way there'd be two sweaters in these friends' arsenals, so they'd know. You have to go like across state lines to transport that sweater. 2 cents.
It's like, I'm going to give this to my Canadian friend because you're never going to go to Canada. And
Exactly. But
yeah. So next up, we got Atlanta.
Hot Atlanta.
Yeah.
Which
we got Hot Atlanta, double header, 2 races in one day.
Mm-hmm.
Trucks and Xfinity.
I feel like we got some unfinished business with Atlanta.
And Miami. Think so? Why is that?
Well, because Atlanta was where we were heading, when we hit pause.
It went down.
Yeah. So it's like, we got to go back to Atlanta. We got unfinished business down here.
Yeah, that's how they should, promote it. Unfinished business. Yeah.
That actually is a good idea.
Yeah, you guys can have it. NASCAR can have it. Chuck, if you want. Just give me some of the royalties from it.
They'll pay you in apple fritters. Atlanta will.
Yeah, we'll talk to Tim and see what Tim can work out with that. We'll put that on Tim Clark's.
I'll take that or peaches.
Peaches.
I'm a big peach person. So, isn't Georgia the peach state?
It is the peach state.
It is.
Yeah. So I will. I will. Oh, I love peaches. Like it's the best. Probably one of the. I think my top favorite fruit.
It has to be like a juicy peach, though.
I mean, what fruit? Dry is good.
They make dried apples and dried banana. Like you can.
Those are gross.
You know when you get a peach and it's like a
it's
dry.
Too hard. Yeah.
You eat a peach.
It's not even that it's like hard. It's just like dry.
Mm-hmm.
It has to be a good juicy peach.
Yeah, just got to be. It's crazy.
I honestly, not gonna lie,
I'm talking about juicy peaches over here. Jesus Christ.
Peach emoji. I honestly, not gonna lie, not a big fan of fresh peaches, but I do like a good peach cobbler.
Okay.
I'm not a big fan of warm fruit. With the exception of I'll do an apple pie or maybe a berry cobbler, but peaches, cherries, even the apple pie. I don't really eat the filling. I eat the crust with just a little sampling of the inside.
Well, that's why you gotta have ice cream to cool it down.
Yeah. Oh, you have to have ice cream with cobbler or a fruit pie, but I just am not a huge fan of warm fruit.
Oh, I really like a good cobbler or I think what's it called in Noda? The name of that restaurant. I'm drawing a blank on it, but they have Sonker. Haberdish, yes. They have a thing called Sonker, and it is amazing. It's like fresh fruits.
Haberdish.
It's hot, comes from a skillet.
I haven't had that though.
They had a blueberry one. They've had peach. They've had different fruits and stuff. And then they bake it in a little cast iron deal, and then they put some ice cream on it, and it's so good.
Would you rather have a pie or a cobbler?
Can I have both?
No.
Can I have my pie and eat it too?
You know that saying? It actually needs to be flipped.
No.
Yeah.
I heard this the other day on a podcast that I was listening to.
There's a big argument. So have your cake and eat it too. No, it's eat your cake and have it too. You can't eat your cake and have it too.
Well, you have to. What you want though, the ideal, and it's an impossible situation, is to both eat it and have it, so you can always be eating it.
But the saying you can't have your cake
and eat it too. Yeah, you can either have it.
You can't eat your cake and have it too.
Okay,
somewhere in history it got crisscrossed.
I can get behind that. No, I can get behind that.
Okay.
Ryan's like, okay. Mm-hmm.
Words. I understand.
Etymology.
I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah. You ever been to, there's a place right by my apartment down there. I never even knew it. Alexander Michaels.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. It's walking distance from my apartment, and I never knew. And I went there the other month, and it was absolutely incredible.
Actually,
that was one of the first restaurants I ate at when I moved to Charlotte. It's been there a while.
I rode my bike by there the other day.
Yeah. It's like an old house, and it feels good. It makes you feel homey.
Yeah.
It's a very pubbish, not English feel. I don't know.
New England?
New England feel to me.
That area of Charlotte, Fourth Ward, is one of the older, that's where a lot of the older homes are. Mm-hmm. And it just kind of has a different vibe than the rest of Charlotte. Mm-hmm. It's more historic. And that feels like you're going to some like you said, it's old English, New English. I feel like some of the places that I've gone to when we go up to Loudon, there's restaurants and houses that have that same type of feel.
New Hampshire.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I wish I would have bought a house in Charlotte, that area, like 50 years ago. You know how much it would be worth now?
Oh, they were expensive then too.
You and me both.
That's like where I grew up in Charlotte and Elizabeth. Like my family got in there in '89, right before Hurricane Hugo hit, and like it was cheap then. And then when we sold that house in like 2000, like pretty much tripled in price. And now it
would have been like 10 times as much.
Oh yeah. I mean, I want to say like it was probably around in the late 80s, early 90s. It was around 150,000, and probably now would go for $500,000. So
yeah,
parents had good foresight.
Yeah, that was one thing. My dad was really good at knowing like what area was going to be, you know, the next big thing. He bought a house in Noda in like 99.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's what my parents did a good job. Their house that I grew up in, they bought, and it's like worth probably over 10 times as much now.
Mm-hmm. But the cool thing that my dad did when he was involved in some of that stuff is, and the thing that they taught us was, like where I move now, it's a very, it's probably one of the next areas that's going to kind of take off in Charlotte. But the big thing that they taught was get to know your neighbors, get out and talk to them. Know the people that you're around. Don't just come in and like expect to, I'm going to take over this area of town and I'm going to make it nice and I'm going to turn a profit. Like that's not what it's about.
It was really loud.
That was me. Which funny you said that. I just got an email from like the people that I refinanced my mortgage with like years ago, and literally the title of the email is "Your home value has been updated for."
They're listening.
Yeah.
They are.
And it's like instant too, dude. It's crazy.
But like you shouldn't look at it for.
That was super creepy. Like weird as shit.
Yeah. But you shouldn't look at it for like, this house, I'm just going to turn a profit on it. It's like, it's a home. It's where you should make your be a part of the community and get involved and all that stuff.
I need to be better about meeting my neighbors. I know some of them, but not all of them.
I'm terrible at it too, but I'm really good at saying hi and all that fun stuff.
We travel so much.
Yeah. Yeah. And then with the pandemic, we've been locked in our houses. So
yeah.
You can't bring them over any treats.
No,
like that.
No. Well, I've got like a neighbor next door that's a Korean War vet, so I don't want to go like really meet him. He's had the hat on, so I know he's a Korean War vet, and we wave all the time. But he's old, so I don't want to go, hey man, you might have a compromised immune system. Can I shake your hand?
Right.
Yeah. It's like,
right.
We'll meet when this is done.
My neighbors brought me when I moved in. They brought me a, say how you want it, pecan pie. Pecan, I think is how it's pronounced.
Yeah.
But the bad thing is, I don't like pecans. So I didn't eat it. I appreciated the gesture, but I didn't eat it.
It's the same thing with peaches. I don't like pecans, but I love pecan pie.
Oh, see, I'm the opposite. I like pecans, like the nut. I do not like the pie. All it is Karo syrup.
Yeah, it's so good.
That's what makes it good.
Yeah, it's the sugar. It makes it good.
It's like a sugar bomb.
Yeah. Yeah, put a little dollop of ice cream on that too.
Oh no, I think I'd eat pecan pie before I would eat.
That's what you need.
Yeah. Before we wrap, there is some breaking news ish.
Breaking.
Bum 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 bum. If I have the breaking news sounder, I don't think I have it. NASCAR in 2021 is going to return to Nashville.
Say that one more time.
Yeah, and
Nashville in 2021 is going to return to NASCAR.
There it is.
Hey, how about that?
There it is.
I flipped it,
Yeah.
Kim.
Look at that. We got the banquet there now. We're going back to Nashville. Not the fairgrounds.
Not the fairgrounds.
Clarify this. Not the fairgrounds. It is the Nashville mile and a half that we used to race at in the Xfinity and Truck Series. But the Cup Series have never run there, I believe. So this will be a first. And I'm so happy we're going to Nashville. I know they've been working on that for a long time, actually, the last couple of years. And it didn't seem like it was going to happen. And really awesome that we made it happen because that's a cool city.
Yes.
And, you know, that track isn't too far from, you know, like downtown. It's not terribly far. So it's going to be great, man. I think it's going to be awesome for that town and for NASCAR to go back there.
Well, I think we said it after the banquet last year that Nashville and NASCAR was just a good fit.
It
is a good fit. It's when we had the Vegas banquet, I didn't think it was.
It's Vegas.
Genuine.
It's Vegas.
It's Vegas. And I think the city of Nashville is a lot of fun. Number one, and I feel like it's a really good place to be.
And it's not
so cool. And the track is good too. Such a good racetrack.
A lot of good restaurants, bars, live music. I hope that the announcement actually somehow gets postponed, and this is the announcement.
Well, if that's the case, then they'll probably make us cut it out of the podcast, which then makes the podcast shorter. It's like, you guys can't break the news.
They can't tell us what to do. This is our podcast. We got the information. I'm leaking it right now. This is like when you hear people on sports channels from a source.
Yeah.
Inside. This is us. We're breaking it.
Sources close to the situation say.
Yeah. Reporters do it all the time. They break news before it's actually put out there because their source says so. So this is where the source. I'm being one of those people now. It's great.
I was talking to my brother-in-law about something, and he had it was stuff that I had told him that he was talking to reporters about, and he was crediting me as a source. I was like, just put me on background for that. I can be a source close to the situation. Just, I don't want to, I don't want it to seem like I have full knowledge of this. It's just things that I've heard. So that's always fun. Yeah. I want to be on background.
I like to try to figure out when we have our NASCAR and driver meetings, and they're really secret. And all of a sudden, 10 minutes later,
who the leak is.
Tweets out. I always try to figure out who the leak is.
Yeah.
Who's the snitch. That
I've been trying to figure that out for years.
I've narrowed it down to a handful of people. I'm pretty sure I know who it is.
The information is what I want to know.
What's that?
The what?
What's being exchanged for the information? Drugs?
I don't know. If I want to know.
No, it's probably, I don't know.
Penis puppetry.
Yes, that's what it is. They're exchanging puppetry of the penis for information.
We've got to go. They probably have season tickets, and they can just exchange them for that information.
Yeah,
floor seats.
It's this reporter can give this source tickets to this floor seat, and then yeah. I don't know if I don't think reporters are making that much money, but
they might just have an in.
Be
an ex-employee of the puppetry.
Yeah,
and you just have that in.
Yeah,
you never know.
But I mean,
we still need to go to that.
We should open up a franchise in Nashville, since the banquet's in Nashville now, and all that. Open up a penis puppetry franchise in Nashville, and that's our retirement right there.
I can be one of the entertainment evenings.
Yeah.
Hey,
we're gonna go on down to Blaney's penis puppetry house, and there's gonna be a concert. We're gonna have a concert,
along with a live show.
Yeah,
with multiple acts.
Remember to put on your penis tuxedos when you show up.
Yeah, I got to.
Yeah.
Again, and you have to decide which direction you wear it.
Forgot you weren't on that episode. That was when Bubba was on. We discussed formal wear for.
What direction you should put on a penis tuxedo?
What direction? Oh wow, that's a good discussion, man.
Yeah. Go back and listen to it.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, it'd be hard to put it on if it's
Yep. We had that.
You can't hold. You gotta have expectations, and you're not gonna be able to hold that sense of.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Also, sizing, how. There's a lot of questions.
Yeah. No, I'd rather size it too small to where if you have a small T-shirt, it makes your body look bigger.
A medium.
I'd size it as that.
Yeah.
Go a size smaller.
Yeah.
To make sure that it looks buff. It looks buff if you do get a little excited.
You got a buff penis. And on that bombshell, I'm gonna.
We should probably get out of here.
I hit the music.
Everybody be kind to one another.
Love each other, and don't forget to find things that will make you smile and make you laugh and make you have joy and love in your life, because you need those.
That's right.
Yeah.
You do need those.
Also, rate and review on
Other
iTunes.
Stuff going on right now.
Yes.
Stuff.
In your own personal world. So educate yourself. And thank you for listening, everybody. We appreciate it every week.
Mm-hmm.
So
you guys
stay safe, healthy. Tune in this weekend to Atlanta. Be good.
You guys are my release and my levity during the week, and I hope that at some point we can bring that to other people too. That's why I love doing this stuff, man. So it's fun. Yeah. Thank you, everybody, for listening and downloading and rating and reviewing. Yeah. And we still have 46 seconds left on the song. So
how many?
44. I hit, we're hitting all these emotional 40 seconds, 39 seconds.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
Well, yeah. All the stuff we covered. I thought it was a good talk today.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, be kind to everybody.
Talk to your neighbors.
Yeah, talk to your neighbors. They always have good stories. You don't know where they come from.
Yeah.
And don't even think about writing anything in the comments that says stick to sports, because
it's bigger than sports.
We don't even talk sports usually on this podcast.
Yeah,
so.
This isn't a NASCAR podcast, damn it. I mean, it is.
Usually write that?
Oh, yeah, they say talk about NASCAR.
I get it. If I tweet about anything social-wise, like social justice or anything, I get all the people saying, stick to sports, shut up, Ken. So.
Oh, yeah. They should stick to eating Cheetos then on their couch. Then
in their parents' basement.
Boom.
Oh.